Hello and welcome to this week's angling vlog. Today, me and Abby, what are we doing?
Going night fishing.
First things first, let's get some food.
This week's angling vlog.
This week you join myself and Abby. It's a warm summer day. We finally got the gear bankside and you join us bankside on Serpentine pool on the Lymm Anglers card. As you can see behind, it's blue skies, it's baking hot, and no doubt this evening the temperature will drop and it will get cold, but fingers crossed we can make contact with a carp. So as you've seen from the start of the vlog, we've been to the co-op, we've got some stuff for tea, some bits and pieces to get us through the evening. The shelter's up behind, which Daddy put up, didn't he? Abby didn't help, did you? Not at all. Watched me do it. So I'm going to have a sit down, have a cup of coffee, and what we'll do is we'll let Abby show you around. Do you want to do that? So you're going to show him around the tent?
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Hello, and this is our house overnight. Here is where we keep all the fishing stuff, and this is where Daddy makes his coffee and puts his bait. This is the comfiest bed that Daddy has, and this is my bed.
So that's Abby giving you a little tour of the shelter, and it is the shelter that I've picked up for France, and hopefully we will be going in September. It is the Fox 2-man. The trip to France now has been cancelled twice. We were supposed to go September last year, then April. Both have been cancelled and we're back to September again. So fingers crossed this year we get to go. But it's good to get out, get used to putting it up. Let's take a look at the swim now. We are on the Serpentine pool and it's a full house tonight. You've got most of the pegs occupied. What I did when I arrived, I had a good look around, and the two end pegs were free. So I've basically picked the end peg, which I've seen more fish on. So I've seen a few fish along this wall. There's been one or two jumping down there. And one of the reasons I did choose this end is because I've got quite a lot of room to me left. As I say, there's a lot of rods that way, and if there's any fish down there, they've got to come through a lot of baits to get to us. So in my head, and my way of thinking about it, we're fishing in this little area here. Now it has got a couple of features that I like. First of all, we've got a lot of open water to our left. If there's pressure on the lake, they may stay around there. I put one bait just a foot from the bank over there to try and pick up any patrolling fish. And I've got a bait, single bait at the moment, literally just in the middle. And if we don't get a bite before the evening, I will literally be making one more cast, and that will be a PVA bag, and leave it. I don't want to make any disturbance down there. If the fish are settled down there, don't want to give any reason why they're going to move. I've had a little go, you know, learning how to just control the fish, you know, not to reel when it's taking line. And just take your time. And I've just taken hold of the rod just for a second because obviously it feels like a decent fish. So I just got a glimpse of him and it looks like it's one of the ghost carp we've been seeing against the far bank. He's now putting up a fight. Oh, he is. Hopefully we can get him in. No wonder he put up a bit of a fight. It's not actually a bad one. A lovely looking fish. What we'll do, we'll give him a bit of a rest and we'll get the camera equipment set up and we'll get him vlogged. Excellent to get one while it's still light. And fingers crossed, with him going to the right, we haven't caused any disturbance down there. So yeah, I think it's going to batter us on the bank because he's a feisty one. Let's give him a rest, get the camera equipment out and take a look. £17, 9 ounces, and made up to get one. I've done a few sessions up here on my own where it's been freezing cold at night, but proper made up. It matches your t-shirt, doesn't it? A ghosty, and to get one before dark, Anything else now is a bonus. We'll keep him out too long and we'll get him straight back. But proper made up. Let's get it straight back. Let's let him go.
Bye bye, Ghosty. Adios, amigo. And there he goes.
Hopefully he doesn't tell any of his friends that Abby and Danny are waiting for the rest of them. Let's get the rod back out and take a look at the setup that we used to catch that fish. So I'll go over the tactics that got that bite. I've got some tungsten loaded tubing. Really a big fan of this. It's really heavy and I use it in all my rigs for carping. It's supple and really heavy. And there's so many videos on the internet. Simple PVA bag, and in there I've got a pink cherry bonbon wafter from Hinders. I'll quickly go over the mix that I'm using. The base mix is 2.3mm Hinders pellets, the tiny ones. I've got some 6mm normal pellets. I've got some 6mm halibut pellet. The green that you can see in there is the Hinders method mix, and that really is just to, you know, give the attraction but also fill the gaps between the pellets to give you a nice tight PVA bag. Also in there I've got some test mix from Cheshire Particle that we're testing. It's like a ground bait mix that might be coming out soon. And what you've got, and the hope is that you've got different breakdowns, you know, different attractions, and you know, something that's going to attract the carp in, and with a pink wafter in the middle of that, you hope that that's the trap, and the bomb is literally the cherry on the top. So that's both the rods out. I say one on a PVA bag with that mix you've just seen and the pink wafter. I'm going to put a couple of beast banana boilies over there, probably only 7 or 8. As I say, I'm praying on the fact that these fish are still in the area, hopefully. And that beautiful setting, isn't it? The wind's blowing down this end. It's definitely not as cold as previous weeks. I've got another bait just in the middle on a pop-up. Happy with where the baits are, and we have had a bit of a stroke of luck. It was a day angler that was next to us, so you can see there's 4 people down that end. So we've probably got a good part of half the lake nearly now. So it is one of them lakes where they can be at one end or the other. They really can. You know, sometimes you can come on here and feel you've got no fish in front of you. And other times, like tonight, there's 1 or 2 about and you can pick them up. Thank you to all the people on the channel who just follow the adventures, and you know, taking your kids out is all part of it, isn't it? Proper made up with that. I'll just leave you for a few seconds with that beautiful sunset. It's going to be a cold one tonight with that clear sky, but we're both warm inside. Let's get in that bivvy.
It's nice and warm.
One thing about these frothy coffees is when you make them, always save some water, because they always seem to drop by about 1/3 once you've stirred them. Lovely to drink, but it's like the more you stir it, the more your brew disappears. I'll give it a bit of a top up, and there we go. Leave that to cool. Dropping off to sleep, and it's the one that was in the bay to the left. It looks like we've got another ghostie, it looks like. Second fish to session, 2 ghosties, and ironically it's a full moon. Let's get this lovely fish straight back. Wakey wakey. And we do live in a world where we take so much tackle with us to the bank, whether we're fishing for pike, carp or any of the species that we enjoy to chase. But there's one piece of tackle that's the most important, I feel, and that is the simple carrier bag to carry your rubbish in. It's one piece of tackle that so many people forget, and it's so simple. Just put it in as you're going along. I ran out of boilies in the night and opened another packet, as you can see there. Drop the packet in and it's all done. And if you do it as you're going along, you don't really notice the mess, and it makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I don't think he agrees. But what a beautiful morning, look at that. How can you not be happy to be bankside when it looks like that? So despite giving it until the very end, till the time allotted, no more bites came. We did see the odd ghostie move through. There was 2 of them, and I did wonder, were they the 2? Thoroughly enjoyed this session on the bank. It's been great to be out with Abby on the bank. We had a good time. It's time to go home, spend some time in the garden and chill out. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I want to wish you all tight lines in your own fishing, and me and Abby will catch you all next week. Tight lines.